Yes, my name is Dr. Frederick Mwamba from Phytoscience. Phytoscience, it's a company based in Malaysia, and it distributes phytostem cells from Mibele Biochemistry. Mibele Biochemistry, it's a research-based company in Switzerland, and it is led by Dr. Fred Zulli from Switzerland and Dr. Jonathan Hall from America. And together, they are the pioneers of this new technology called phytocell technology. Phytocell technology, it's a technology of extracting stem cells from grapes and apple. Extracting stem cells from grapes and apple. So Mibele Biochemistry produces these stem cells, but they are distributed to the rest of the world by Phytoscience in Malaysia. Dr. Fred Zulli received the Innovation Award in 2008, and in 2012, it's when Phytoscience started to distribute this technology to the rest of the world. Now, let's see what are stem cells. Stem cells, these are cells which can rejuvenate. These are cells which can replace damaged cells with new cells in human body. They are undifferentiated cells which can differentiate into specific and specialized cell. So there are unique cells, the single cell, but they can become any cells in your body. They can become the specialized cells of the brain, specialized cells of the heart, specialized cells of the kidney, specialized cells of the pancreas, specialized cells of any organ, any cells, any tissue in the body. In human beings, we have two types of stem cells. We have embryonic stem cells and we have adult stem cells. If you talk of embryonic stem cells, this comes from male and female gametes. When they meet, they cause an fertilization takes place, and here we have an embryo or a zygote. That embryo, that is embryonic stem cell, because it's a single cell, but it can become any cell of human body. So they can become cells of bones, cells of brain, cells of pancreas, cells of kidney, of lungs, of heart, till we get a human being, a baby, a fetus in mother's womb. Then when the baby is born, it attains adult stem cells, because the human being, the cells, they die and new cells are formed. The cells have a lifespan. For example, hemoglobin, the cells stays or lives for 120 days, but when these days are over, this cell, the hemoglobin dies and new hemoglobin cells are formed. So this is adult stem cells. So the process goes till one reached aging, becomes old, and as the lifespan, the human being also dies. So that is how the adult stem cells works. So in developed countries like America and Europe, they do a transplant of embryonic stem cell to patient or to people who have a condition of cell damage. Anyone who has a condition of cell damage like cancer, any tumors, stroke, diabetes, if they are being transplanted with embryonic stem cell, it will cause rejuvenation, cell rejuvenation. It will replace the damaged cells with new cells, and this person comes to a normal condition. But there are complications. There are complications on when transplanting these embryonic stem cells. First of all, there is incompatibility. This one might occur. And also another thing, it's too expensive. The procedure is very expensive, more than 300,000 USD. That costs much. But also the religious leader, they don't accept the transplant of embryonic stem cell. They don't accept that. But Mibele Biochemistry in Switzerland, they came up with innovation of plant stem cell. We can agree each other that plants are also living organisms, and they have a very long lifespan, like more than even 200, 300 years. So Mibele Biochemistry, They did research for a long period of time, and they came out with the phytocell technology, in which they can extract stem cell from grapes and apple. And when human beings take these stem cells, they cause cell rejuvenation, replace of damaged cells with new cells, and this person comes to a normal condition. Yeah. So one may ask, that plant's stem cell, how does it work in my body? Yeah, that is through another technology called nanotechnology. And nanotechnology is manipulation of an atom to produce new structure. That means the stem cell, the phytostem cell, they will go to manipulate your cells to produce new cells which resemble the original cells. So they will manipulate your cell to produce another cells. So that is nanotechnology, and this is how it works. So when the patient have all those conditions due to cell damage like stroke, the stem cell will rejuvenate, will replace the damaged cells of your nerve and the brain, and this person comes to a normal condition. When this person maybe have diabetic mellitus. Diabetic mellitus means that the pancreatic cells, they are not able to metabolize or to attach with the with glucose and insulin. So it means that the glucose can never penetrate to go to different parts of the cells in your body to produce energy. So the glucose will start circulating in your bloodstream. And when the glucose circulates in your bloodstream for a period of time, you will now start to have these complications. There are various complications in diabetic patients. For example, the blood vessels become narrow in such a way that some of the parts of your body, the blood does not reach there. For example, the distal part of your legs. So if you get a wound or a crack, the wound will expand more, and it will become necrotic because the blood is not there to cause the healing. Yeah, and at last you can find that you get an amputation of your leg. But sometimes it also causes a complication called diabetic retinopathy in your eyes. There is another complication to male, that is erectile dysfunction due to the narrow of the blood arteries. So the blood is not going to be pushed so that the erection can start. Yeah, though there is a testosterone hormone which causes the dilatation of the arteries, but the arteries won't dilate. But also there is another complication like renal failure. So in renal failure, this is a condition which costs a lot, but because the patient needs to do dialysis, and when they do dialysis, it will take a lot of time, but at the end of the day, this patient dies. Yeah, but there are some other conditions like spinal cord degeneration, condition like tumors. The tumors might be either cancerous or non-cancerous. Yeah, stem cells, double stem cells and crystal cells, they reduce at least 2 to 3 centimeters per month. Yeah, so if there is a tumor of less than 10 centimeters, that is in 3 months, there won't be any tumor. But also cancer, it has done a very good response with cancer cells, because it replaces the damaged cancer cells with new cells. So it can take a cancer stage 3 to stage 2 in 1 month, and stage 2 to stage 1 in 1 month. And moreover, you find that this patient, when use crystals and double stem cell for a period of at least 6 to 1 year, the cancer patient, they feel they come back to their normal condition. But most of the cases, they become well within 3 months of using phyto stem cell. And there are some other more conditions which I cannot mention all of them, but all the conditions due to cell damage, because there are almost more than 200 conditions due to cell damage, they respond well with crystal cell and double stem cell. Yes. I also recommend using phytostem cell or crystal cell and double stem cell to those who don't have these conditions. For example, someone doesn't have diabetes, someone who is not diabetic, someone who is not having stroke or tumors or benign prostate hypertrophy. So they can still use crystal cell and double stem cell, because we call it as anti-aging. It will return to your organ to the way it was like 10 years or 15 years or 20 years back. That's why we call it anti-aging. Why? Because the condition due to cell damage is a process. It's a process. So it starts slowly. Yeah, you never know. For example, right now, you don't know whether you have a tumor somewhere which has started at a size of a bean, yes, or a maize. cob. So it's going to grow slowly, and after 2 to 3 years, it's when you'll be diagnosed having that tumor. So if you take stem cell today, it means that you're rejuvenating your cells. That's an anti-aging you're doing to yourself, and it will return that organ to normal. So all the conditions are processed. For example, diabetic, you find that these cells of the pancreas, they die slowly and slowly till you reach after 2 to 3 years. It's when you can be diagnosed that you have that condition. Yeah, so anyone who anyone can take crystal cell and double stem cell. Yeah, so Mibele Biochemistry came up with this product called crystal cell and double stem cell. First of all, they came with double stem cell. Double stem cell means it's a stem cell from extraction of stem cell from grapes and apple. Grapes and apple. But also we have a very good antioxidant called acai berries and blueberries they have added inside. Why antioxidant? Because there is a lot of free radicals in your body, a lot of chemicals in your body, which they are not stable. But when you take antioxidant, those free radicals, those chemicals, they come stable, and they can taken out through excretion. They can taken out of your body, and you feel okay, because the free radicals, the chemicals, they really destroy your cells in your bodies. That's why crystal cell and double stem cell, they have been added acai berries and blueberry. And why crystal cell? Crystal cell is the same as the double stem cell. The content is the same as double stem cell, but in addition, there is carotenoids from tomato, that is phytoin and phytofluin. The benefits of phytoin and phytofluin is to prevent the ultraviolet light to penetrate in your body. Yeah, the ultraviolet light to destroy your cells in your skin and causes cancer. Yeah, and causes so many damage to your cells of the skin and causes sunburn. You see the skin changes on your face. So double stem cell and a crystal cell, it has those phytoin and phytofluin, which helps to do that. But also it helps to make your normal skin, to make your skin return to normal, the light skin, and also the pigmentation control. So that is crystal. So there is no condition in which you can say that in this condition I will use double stem cell and this condition I will use crystal cell. All condition you can use either of these or both of them, either crystal cell or double stem cell. Yeah. But also we have another product called the Snowfill. Snowfill, it's an more of antioxidant, but also it is made of the algae, the red algae, snow algae. The cells of the algae, they are more or less similar to hemoglobin. So when one takes this Snowfill, the algae cells will start to carry oxygen to different parts of the body. So this one, it's very good even to these patients with a sickle cell, because this patient, they lack oxygen to most of this blood, to most of the cells. So when this algae takes oxygen to different parts of the body, this sickle cell patient will now don't have the crisis. He can stay for almost even a year without having the crisis of sickle cell. But also Snowfill normalizes the gastrointestinal tract. We also call it cleanser, because it cleans the gastrointestinal tract in such a way that the mechanism of the intestines becomes to normal. Absorption of various minerals and the nutrients will be fine. No more constipation, no more diarrhea. Yeah, so this patient can have that. But also, it's a very good antioxidant. Another thing is that Snowfill, apart from being a good antioxidant, it also it minimizes the absorption of glucose, the absorption of glucose in your body. So absorption of carbohydrates in your body. So it minimizes. So it's also good to this patient who are diabetic. It's very good to the patient who has peptic ulcers. Yeah, as I've said earlier, that it's a cleanser and it allows cell rejuvenation also to the intestinal lining. But also, Snowfill has it acts as an deodorant. It has a very good deodorization effect in your sweat. Yeah, in the mouth. There are some people who have that condition. We call it halitosis, the smell of the mouth. But when they take a Snowfill, because it also has antibacterial effect, so it will, this client will have a very good smell even in their mouth. So that is phytoscience with our product, double stem cell, crystal cell, and Snuffy. There are some other products, but for today I end there. Welcome, karibu sana.